talk about.
Let go.
Hey, man. Y'all know what it is, man. The boys are back. Along with a special friend here, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Jermaine Darius, the ever so nefarious. Who we got over here? Let's go.
Y'all know who it is. It's Troy Duchesne in the building.
It is your favorite comic, Sean Favorite. You already know what it is. Go ahead and tell them who else we got.
We have a special guest, man.
You're the specialist.
We have a special... We're going to get the claps together right now, man. We're going to make sure we bring her in right, man. You might have seen her on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. You might have seen her on Netflix, Funny AF with Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You might have seen her somewhere out in LA shooting specials and shit. You know what time it is, man. You might see her this weekend at LGBTQ LOL, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all know who we got, man. None other than the hilarious, the wonderful, the amazing, the incredible, the ever so fierce Miss Kalea McNeill.
He told you that he loved you. I don't never turn the claps up that high.
It's a special episode, guys. It's a special
Definitely.
episode. I don't know if y'all know or not, man, but thank y'all, man, to everybody who supported Let's Talk Ball, man. Everybody who ever subscribed, everybody who ever viewed, everybody who ever commented, everybody who ever shared a story, a page, an episode, man. Told you people about it, man. We just hit 100 subscribers. Put one more time,
Hey.
one more time, man.
Yeah. We at 101 now. We at 101.
We at 101
Yeah,
as
we
of
at
right
101
now,
now,
man.
yeah.
Stop playing with us, man. Thank all y'all, man. Y'all go speak y'all piece.
Hell yeah. Jesus Christ. It's one of them. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We have the nighttime podcast energy during the day.
Yeah, it's lit.
That's what we own today.
I already knew this was going to be a good episode once Kalea called me and was like, hey, I'm coming in town. I need to be on the pod. And can't nobody else call and be like, hey, we trying to get on the pod. Don't ever think y'all call us and be like, hey, I'm trying to get on the pod. Only Kalea could do that.
But yeah, Kalea and like other people who are on the same level.
I was about to say maybe like I know Trix could.
Trix could definitely call in.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it special.
Nobody
Trix could
else.
definitely-
Nobody.
But the rest
We
of
just
you
keeping it a
niggas-
bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of you niggas can do it, but yeah. And we only do the show on Friday, so this is a
We'll
special-
call yo
Yeah, we moved the day over for you.
So the show is usually when?
Thursday.
Oh,
Sean got his nicest pink shirt on for you, man. You know
I
what
do.
it is.
I do. This
he's a
salmon, that's
ally-
not even pink.
it is.
He an ally for real.
You hear
Yeah,
me? Stop
wild
playing.
caught.
You know, I've been on my anime shit. You hear me? So
Yeah.
shout out to my anime people. You know, we
Which
got
one this
Killua
is?
on here from Hunter x Hunter.
What his
You hear
name
me?
is?
Killua.
Killua.
Yeah, he a kid assassin.
Okay.
Yeah, he be murking shit.
Okay.
And where do you watch this at?
Hunter x Hunter is on Netflix, but I was watching it on Crunchyroll, but it is on Netflix.
Okay, so it's Crunchyroll. Like, if you for real into it, that is Crunchyroll.
Yeah, like Crunchyroll is basically the one-stop shop for anime.
Okay.
So if you watch anime and you want to make sure it's somewhere, because you could find anime, Hulu got some on there.
Okay.
Netflix got the real popular stuff on there, like
Right.
Bleach, Naruto.
But the real
Hunter.
deep cuts is going
But
to
yeah,
Crunchyroll.
if you looking for My Life as a Teenage Assassin in the Woods, like, you know, they had them long, crazy titles.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah, Crunchyroll. So yeah, Crunchyroll is the cheapest place you could like.
Nah, for sure. They got everything
if
on
you
Crunchyroll.
If you sick of Netflix, Troy, clip this. If you sick of Netflix,
No, but we trying to
for
get a Netflix. We trying to-
no, fuck them.
trying to get
My
on
bad.
Netflix.
My bad. I'm making a point right now, Troy. We could suck Netflix dick later, but
No.
right now,
Hold on, buddy. Yeah,
Right now,
hey,
You turning into
hey,
Netflix,
edit
nigga.
this
This
out.
is-
Edit
I didn't
this
even
out.
have to do that.
Right.
you
Edit-
feel, listen,
edit this
y'all
out.
y'all
That's
just
great.
was talking about Biggie lyrics and you look so good. I
I
suck
was
on your
not.
daddy's
That was
dick.
off camera though.
That was off camera.
That was off camera.
It was not.
Off the our camera. We gonna edit and put this out. The fuck?
Nigga said everything on wax.
The fuck?
Everything is
Hey,
on wax today.
Edit, please edit this the fuck out. I don't know anything about sucking dick. I'm good.
Anyways, for the
Same,
low
actually.
price of $7.99, ain't nothing cheaper than Crunchyroll. Y'all like, Sean, why you
Okay.
watching all that anime? Cause I'm broke, nigga. All I can afford is $7.99. Been watching my anime.
Zeus cheaper than that.
What that is?
That's where baddies.
Come on, man.
I think
Troy,
he was
you
asking you how
Again,
much it was. How much is Zeus?
It's like $4.99.
I didn't know Zeus was something you had to pay for.
We just
That's
had this
wild.
in a group
I
chat
think it's
about,
like
about the
$4.99,
CIA and
$2.99.
Sexy Red with done the black community.
Yeah, Zeus is the
Zeus
one
is
in
one
this.
of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and you that's what you want to push people. Go it on. Go on, do it. Go on, give it to them.
I mean, the women like it.
What they gotta do? No, man. All right.
got a
I be
woman-
forgetting niggas be caring what they like. My bad. I be forgetting about that. My bad. I'm sorry. I be forgetting niggas care about those kind of things.
You're like, but he love you though. He love you. Don't forget that.
Love Kalea.
Don't forget that
Love
while
Kalea.
we doing what we
It's a few
doing.
of y'all really do love and like. The rest of y'all, huh?
A few of y'all is so crazy. Because if a white dude was like, I mean, I like a few of you niggas, but
They
the
do
most,
it. That's what it is. They do.
Right, but then y'all be up in arms.
I'm not because I feel about white people how white people feel about me, about us, about black people. So
And
it's
how is that?
mutual. Hate.
But y'all-
Crunchyroll,
but-
$7.99 a
but
month.
Thank
Get
you.
your
But y'all
anime
not
there.
gonna tell the editor to edit that out. That's better for the brand.
This is getting views.
He got it.
It's the same people we talking about. It's the same people we talking.
I'm spreading love and positivity.
No, you talking about giving them head.
I said we could suck their dick later.
Oh my God.
Netflix get a lot of shine, bro. We could shine on them later, but I was just shouting out Crunchyroll, man. That's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to dim Netflix light. It's bright as fuck already. We can talk about it another time.
Speaking of, did anybody watch the Eddie Murphy Lifetime Award?
I did.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Was it good?
Very inspiring, motivating, all that shit. I liked it. It was fire. All the people that came out and paid homage to him or whatever. It was fire.
Yeah, I saw him on Lawrence Plus. I said, Martin pulled up, man. That's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's
Well, you know,
beautiful.
they family now.
Yeah, they in-laws, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that'll be one interesting for the grandkids to be like, yeah, my grandpa's is, yeah, that's crazy.
That's gonna be that's a fun Thanksgiving. That's a fun holidays are fun in that house.
I know
that's a funny table.
I know it's probably not gonna happen, but that baby need to be funny as hell.
No, it don't.
Nah.
I know it's not probably gonna happen.
No. Even if they are, I would personally say go do something else with your life.
Yeah.
Whatever the next thing is that you really into, go pursue that. Because you don't want to come in them footsteps, because then you got the Bronny effect. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. If whatever fucking Marcus Jordan went through, you know, that type of stuff, that Nepo baby, go be a painter. Go be, I don't know, go be a politician. Go do anything else with your life. Because even if they funny as hell, nigga ain't gonna never give them the credit.
No.
Nigga don't do that with Creed, though. Creed daddy was a good
You
fighter.
talk about a fictional movie right now?
I'm talking about you said that with your whole chest as if Adonis Creed is fighting tomorrow.
I'm saying any child that's gonna be like that with any child of a
But
successful
even
person.
in that movie though, he wanted to distance himself from the name. And you know, Rock ended up finding out like that's my boy, and he kind of got like, you know, on the back end.
Like you did, and then didn't even blink after you said it. Like, yeah, nigga.
Like I said that.
But I think that's gonna be like that with, like I said, I think that's gonna be like that with every child of a successful person in their craft. Like that person can't do it just because they dad.
They didn't do that with T'Challa. They gave him all of Wakanda. You know what I mean? They gave him all of no questions asked.
Nigga said they made him the Black Panther. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody.
I think that people get mad because they can't do it for their child.
Boom.
That's all that be, bro.
That's literally it.
I think more so is because people still are unhealed children in the inside. On top of that, it's more so that they mad that it didn't get done by their parents for them.
Yeah.
That's all that is. Because every single person, any man in the world, if you was LeBron and your son was like, Daddy, I won't go to the league, and you got that kind of pull, and he's good enough to where it's like reasonable, somewhat, you doing that for the youngin.
Don't think other basketball players haven't attempted to do this. They just didn't have the type of pull that LeBron had to actually make it happen. Oh, nigga, please. Ain't no basketball player with a son that didn't try to do this shit.
Any man, that's like a dude dream.
Yeah.
But niggas really in comments is like, blah, 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 blah. Like what?
They definitely don't do that to the lesser great basketball players. Like I definitely didn't think they was talking about Steph Curry like that when his daddy was, you know, since his daddy was in the league.
Facts.
They're trying to be better than his dad.
Exactly.
They got a lot of sons in the league, and nobody's like, oh, well, they daddy. All of them daddies had something to, even if they are worthy of it talent wise. Everybody daddy helped. You had extra money for AAU tournaments, for trainers.
Nigga, you was there.
You was legit in the NBA as a kid at games. Like you had access. You saw things. Like you learned from the inside out. All of that helped, but nobody say nothing about that.
I don't know, I said this. If it's in terms of Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy's grandson, if that kid want to grow up, him or her, and do comedy, man, do your thing, man. Just be great for you.
We gonna support you. We ain't gonna give you that.
And if you're funny, man, it's funny. Like at the end of the day, funny is funny because talent still has to prevail.
Facts.
You still got to be good at what you do.
When you get in front of people, when you start selling tickets, talent doesn't matter on the internet. Talent matters when it's putting asses in seats. You know, like every viral TikTok douchebag will sell out one time. And niggas realize very quickly, oh, okay, never coming back to this again, but love the 15-second situation on TikTok. Love the TikTok clips. Never seeing this nigga in person again because he sucks at the stand-up comedy. So talent will always, when it's one-on-one in person, will always prevail.
I just be feeling like that's unnecessary stress. If you that passionate about it, definitely chase your passion. Right.
Yes.
If you that passionate about it. But if you not, I feel like that's a lot of unnecessary stress if you kind of just like, everybody think it'll be cool, so I guess I'll give it a try. Like,
Right, nah, they got to do it for yourself.
yeah, like if you really that passionate, I ain't gonna
Like,
tell
I
somebody
think
not
Bronny thinks he's a great basketball player.
to. Bronny was skull drag 99.9% of niggas in comment sections talking shit.
That's a fact.
Now, granted, well, if you want to talk about him on that level, yeah, he got a big boost. I think people forget that Bronny had a heart attack his freshman year and almost died.
Nobody forgot that.
You feel what I'm saying? And like the way they talk. Like the man needed to recover from that, but Brian did kind of push the agenda and wanted him there at a certain point. So he didn't really
he about to get out the league.
Because the G League is better talent wise than college, and he be busting their ass. So if we got to see him healthy in college, I think he would have been a fine player.
Same.
But he didn't get a chance to do
player.
that. A fine player. You know, you can't say too much. And he was like, oh, he wouldn't have been all that. I think he would have been fine. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is.
All right, Kalea, since the last time we seen you, done all kind of shit.
I've done a little bit.
You did Funny AF on Netflix. You shot a special, your second special, and you didn't lock down the Comic View.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start with Funny AF. Who was the first person you called when you got that opportunity?
My mom. I was in Shreveport when I found out that I booked it.
What was doing in Shreveport?
Prize Fest. I was hosting Prize Fest last year in Shreveport in October. And that's when I got the call that I'd gotten it. Now, I'd gotten the call. Let me just say this. For any comic, any actor, any whatever out there, once you see open casting call, when I say you better get the fuck on it, because by the time you see open casting call, the motherfucker is already cast. They're just looking for the last few. That they're adding sprinkles to the top of the cupcake, been baked, icing on the cake. They just want some sprinkles on top. So when you see last call, you need to get or open casting call. I mean, yes, it's open, but the net is not cast that wide. If they have 10 spots available, 8 of them have been cast by the time there's an open casting call.
It's not as open as you think.
Right.
Correct. So a few weeks prior to me finding out, the casting, somebody who was doing casting for it, I'd met her when I was doing JFL, and she was like, "We got this thing with Kevin Hart." Initially, and this isn't a shade, because when I'm talking hustle wise, pen to paper wise, 10 out of 10. There's not much you can say. But when I first heard Kevin Hart, I'm thinking of Heart of the City. I'm thinking of all the other things that just kind of happened and are not happening anymore. But then when she said Netflix, I said, okay, immediately in my mind I was like, whatever this is, I'm just going to make sure that I kill on Netflix and let that be it, because I can get just booked off that alone. She was like, it's a competition series. We're making the open call in about 3 days. So if you want in, send me your video now. I chopped up a don't tell set, sent it to her. Found out I was in Shreveport. It's funny because also Olivia Carter, shout out to Olivia, who was in the top 4, based out of New York, was also at Prize Fest. It was so secretive. I didn't know. She didn't know I got it. I didn't know she got it until I saw the fucking show. Because even down to shooting, I knew who was on the LA episode. Unless I knew, like, I know Ron. So I knew Ron shot in Chicago. I knew that a couple people shot in Chicago. But I don't know who's on the Chicago episode. I don't know who's on the New York episode until I'm sitting down watching it with everybody else. So it was just it was an interesting experience, to say the least. Because when I was with you guys last, I had shot it, but I couldn't say much about it.
Right.
Yeah.
No way.
Okay. So can you talk about some of the stuff that was happening behind the scenes that the viewers didn't get to see?
People always ask me, is Kevin Hart a cool guy? I say Kevin Hart is nice. He's not friendly. Kevin Hart is rich. And I don't think you realize how much money this nigga has until he's in your presence. Like, when he first, because by the time we met him, we were on our like second, third day of shooting. And that was what looks like on the show as one long show of all of us and contestants was split up as 2 different shows. They had like 8 and 8 on 2 different shows. Middle of the afternoon, which you already know is weird, doing comedy at 1 p.m., at 3 p.m. And when we first met him on camera and he's talking to us, kind of like welcoming us to the show, I'm looking at his outfit. And it was just like a jogger set, like a sweat outfit. And I'm just looking at the material and I'm like, that's not Nike. Like, that's some shit. And so, like, once the camera's cut, he shook all our hands, talked to us. I'm looking, I go straight to the local, very small, inconspicuous Prada. I said, this nigga got some money. Like, it was just one of those, like, and then once he said hello, he went back to his trailer. We didn't see him again until the first show started. He was very nice. He wasn't overly friendly. I don't think he really, this was something that he wanted to do, so he did it. You know, the end next, because it just went into his rollout of basically the Netflix is a Joke Festival was a big build up to the roast of Kevin Hart. And when we shot in October, we were told is you're going to shoot in October and then you're on hold until April. And the closer we got to April, we realized, oh, I know what's going to happen. They're going to do, the challenge episodes, which was the roast and those types of episodes, and everything's going to lead into the Netflix is a Joke Festival, which then will lead into the last day of the festival, which was the roast of Kevin Hart. The world doesn't know this is the last day of the festival, but that's what it was. And that was the last day. That was the last event. That was the last, even down to the shit they were handing out for free. They stopped handing out free shit on Saturday. The roast was on a Sunday. They were like, you guys can come to the roast or you can watch it at home with the world. Thank you so much for your time at the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Kevin Hart knows what he's doing business-wise. And my advice would be if anybody were to, if there is a season 2 or what have you, just know that you need to do your shit on camera. I was watching my episode to the point where I damn near forgot that I didn't advance with as much camera time as I got. They gave me a storyline. But there was also, I knew for a fact, no matter how this was cut, no matter how this was spliced and edited, there was not a portion of my set that they would show where anybody watching would be like the response that I get, it's almost uncomfortable in the sense of, again, this is something that happened like 7-8 months ago. I've been over it. The week after the festival, I'm in San Francisco promoting my final tour show. I'm here a few weeks after that. And so I'm fine with it. But this is also something that we're used to. I think it opened people's eyes to, what do you mean she was one of, if not the funniest person on the LA episode and didn't move on? Welcome to my world. Welcome to our world of being sometimes the better talent, but not moving on because of preferences, because of who somebody may know, because of what looks aesthetically pleasing on camera. But if you do what you have to do, then, when there's blood in the water, the sharks will come. A shark is a shark is a shark. But when they realize, oh, she's no longer attached to the Netflix shark, now the Hulu shark come. Hey, I saw you on. Hey, I saw you on. I'm so sorry you didn't get it. But we got, cool. Let's have the conversation. It's like when American Idol first became a thing, there were so many record executives that were waiting to see who lost American Idol, so because they knew that they could snatch them up and they wouldn't be under that bullshit ABC contract. I did what I didn't believe that.
Everybody who lost American Idol was big as hell.
Listen,
Definitely.
The ones that they wanted to be. There aren't many second places, especially like in the prime of American Idol. Like, niggas be forgetting that certain people didn't win because they were so big.
They won because of how big their career got over who actually won.
They just weren't stuck in that slave ass contract. So now let's get you on our version of the slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
this one not as slavey.
Nah, God bless the people that were embarrassed on that motherfucker, but I knew I wasn't gonna be one of them.
Yeah, and you was definitely not.
No, they couldn't. They would have had to hire a stunt double because the bitch did what she needed to do.
Yeah, man, stop playing, man.
But you also, we was talking about Netflix is a Joke Fest. You recorded your second special during Netflix is a
Sold
Joke
it
Fest.
out.
Talk about leading up to that and how that was for you.
I'm so ready. I'm so excited for that special to be seen because it's something that I self-produced. Hired my team. I'm very hands-on with the editing of the special. This wasn't done with my first special. My first special, I was basically, this isn't a shade to the producers of the first special, but I was hired talent. Like, yes, it was my special. Yes, I sold out this venue, but once I got off the stage, I didn't have anything else to do with it until they were like, what do you want to name it? What do you want to name your tracks? So this is all kind of me now learning the business side of the special because it's like now I'm in the process where I'm reviewing. We had a 5-camera setup. I'm looking at, 55 minutes worth of material on every camera. What can we cut? Trusting my editors that are helping me out. And then it's like, okay, once it's made, what distributor are we going to find? Is this going to go on Prime like your first special? Being on Funny AF, I can only say so much on camera. This is something I'll definitely can talk to you guys about off camera. But being on Funny AF, we are in contract with Netflix for a certain amount of time where they have first and last look at any projects we put out, which is why when I was awarded with the festival show at the Netflix is a Joke Festival, I was like, this is going to be where I shoot my second special, and I was very strategic. There were only 2 out of my 5 cameras because on the stage setup, there's a big kind of like prop on stage that says Netflix is a joke and Netflix. There were only 2 cameras of which that is in the shot, because I'm like, if and when I cut and edit and Netflix does not choose this special, I still have all this footage that does not have Netflix in it at all. You just got to think ahead, and so.
And if they do want it, boom,
It's
put
right
those
there.
camera angles in, and now it all blends together.
Right. Now it looks like you're giving comics a special during your festival, which is going to make more people want to do the festival. Netflix, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity for the show, but the festival was me, baby. I mean, the special was me. It was at a club that I consider my home club in LA, the West Side Comedy Theater. I was very strategic, just much like with my tour last year. I didn't want to do many venues that were over 150 seater. I said, no, I want it tight. That way, even if it's a 50% sold, that's 75 people in this room that's only built for 150, which means it's tight, versus you letting your ego think for you, and you do want to book the 350, you put 75 people in the 350, you've embarrassed yourself.
Definitely.
Do you speak? You spoke about titles of tracks earlier. Do you have a name for this special that you feel comfortable sharing?
Yes, the name of my special is Asleep at the Wheel.
Asleep at the wheel. Okay.
And
That's
the
dope.
reason that's the name of my special is because the day before my special, at the end of my tour last year, I bought myself a new car. I hadn't had a car in 4 years. I got rid of my car at the top of pandemic, thought I was going to get another car, and lifed. Bought myself a brand new car. Not new to me, brand new. Only miles on that hoe are the miles that I put on that bitch.
Yeah,
and the
man.
miles that they put on to bring it to me. And the day before I shot my special, which was the day after I shot Comic View, somebody ran a red light and hit my shit.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Now, I am compliant, so they had to take the brunt of the $14,000
what you brought?
damage.
Because I'm a car person. What you had?
I have a 2026 Hyundai Kona Sport,
2026. Stop playing.
and I bought it in 25.
They would have been in the middle of the street.
It's a premature baby, my car.
Stop playing.
But when talking to her, her excuse was that she was asleep at the wheel. And this was in the middle of the Netflix is a Joke Festival. The way that week worked, that Monday we had the Kevin Hart semifinals. Tuesday we had the finals. Wednesday I shot with Comic View. Thursday I had a show that evening, but Thursday afternoon that bitch hit me. My special was on Friday. I said, if I can make this a funny bit at the Thursday night show, I'm closing my special with this shit. And that's what happened. And it's now a bit that I can't wait for my next special, because it has now that I've actually like molded. It's
taking on the life of its own.
Oh, I can't wait. Like tonight is gonna be a new little situation. I can't wait for tomorrow. But yeah, it's called Asleep at the Wheel.
That's what's up, man. Y'all heard it here first.
You
Asleep
hear
at
me?
the wheel.
Breaking news, man.
Asleep
I'm
at
excited.
I like it.
And
I was thinking about what she was saying about putting the 75 people in the 350.
Right.
I'm trying to put 75 people in the 60 seater here, man.
Yeah.
Have my shit jumping.
Because also, but that also sends a signal.
Yeah,
Like
my
the next
shit
time Sean
jumping.
put out a link, you better get them fucking tickets.
You better.
It's standing room only. I'm aware. Please don't. What you want me to do
Don't
about
play will
that?
be like that. 'Cause
I didn't bring a single chair.
what you say about ego is true, because people like, I want my shit to be, this, that, and the third. One thing, as a person who edits a lot of their own stuff and has certain type of things in that background, you can make shit look how you want to make it look, how you want to make it look.
Angles are everything.
What? Like, there's been times where I put my cameras at, or how I chose to cut something together. You
Right.
wouldn't have believed that they had 15 people in there.
Right.
You would have thought that bit was live and direct.
Right.
So it's like, you ain't got to do that. You can, on the back end, if your people know what they're doing, or if you know what you're looking at, you can make it look as great as you feel like it should,
Yeah.
without really messing over yourself, or putting that potential out there to mess over yourself.
Absolutely.
And people do it all the time, and they don't have to. You can make something medium size look as big as you want.
And it's so crazy because you will sit and watch a movie all day and know that on this Star Wars film, they case in point, the new version of the Willy Wonka, what was it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They used one Oompa Loompa. There was one height challenged person, and they multiplied that nigga to be 1 million Oompa Loompas. Now the Willy Wonka I grew up on, it was just a bunch of midgets running around. They found out they could save some money. They could spend a little bit of money, but saving some money because they don't got to hire all these niggas. They can just, but it's like, it's so interesting. I feel like with what we do specifically with comedy, I feel like even with people who want to be musicians, actors, these are the types of mediums that everybody consumes. It don't matter if you right wing, left wing, middle wing, whatever the fuck your wing is, everybody consumes entertainment. You consume entertainment in your tough times. You consume entertainment in your great times. You consume entertainment when you're bored as hell. And we will go and we will watch somebody, you know, who came from nothing to something, who's got a movie on Netflix or whatever the fuck, or we will go to the movies, and we will listen to an album, or we will watch a comedian or whatever the hell. But the person that you know, now all of a sudden it seems like that's not something that can be done. It's like, it's so strange. Like, your mom will be quick to text you, like, you know, Viola Davis didn't make it till she was 40. Okay, then bitch, give me some time.
Mm-hmm. People love a rags to riches story, but
it doesn't make sense when they know you. It's very hard
for them
for that to make. Like, my sister will sit, and God bless her, but my sister, very far removed from this industry. She's a pediatrician. She's over physicians recruitment for Kaiser Permanente. Black woman, first black woman over physicians recruitment, Kaiser Permanente, Northern California. Shout out to Dr. Keisha McNeill.
Throw it out there.
But saying that to say, very far removed from all of this, will send me clips from comics that I know. Send me Kev on Stage clips. Send me Mel Mitchell clips. Send me this, send me that. And because it's my sister's like, I get it. But that's also like, well, but are you sending my clips? My sister don't even follow me. She knows I'm doing cool things, but there's that, the proximity makes it difficult to realize that to somebody, I'm a big fucking deal. Mm-hmm. We at the bar yesterday, and this young lady, bless her heart, could barely speak. You were trying to speak, but there's also a way to handle that. I'm not going to be big-headed about that because, bless her heart, she's going to be a fan for life. Mm-hmm. She's going to be at my shows tomorrow. She's going to try to figure out how to get in there tonight if she don't got a ticket for the doggone Don't Tell Tonight. But my sister, who will be like, oh, shout out to you on Netflix, she knows I've done dope shit. But I don't know that she's sending my clips. Kalea, did you see Mel's clip? Well, yeah, sure. You know, like, I'm at the Netflix as a Joke Festival taking pictures with Tahir and Kev on Stage and Tony Baker and sending them because I know my sister loves them. Like, my sister and her husband took the date night, went to the Ball Brothers tour, went to Tony Baker and Kev on Stage. The only show of mine that my sister has been to was when I did my home church's 60th anniversary, nigga. It was a clean Christian comedy show. No, they took a night, they hired niggas to watch my nieces so that they could go see Kev on Stage and Tony Baker. There's just something about proximity that makes people, even though they're proud of you, it doesn't quite, you know, she's 7 years older than me. She changed my diaper. So what
level you think it would take? It don't have to be for your situation or your sister specifically, but somebody in a similar situation. At what point you think it'll hit the family like, oh shit, this motherfucker big?
Shit might never happen.
I was gonna say if this sounds gonna sound strange, but I feel like as long as you remain if you are the Sean that they've known since you were baby Sean, that will never happen. They will be proud. Baby, I can guarantee you, Tina Knowles know who the fuck her daughter is. But that's her baby girl. Mm-hmm. She has been in a position to, like, you know, pump her mom up and do all this and that. But I don't know that my mom or my dad, like, my dad has a nickname for him. He calls me Hollywood, and he's very proud of me. But I don't know that he, like... Like, there have been moments where we've been out and people will stop and I'll see that, but I shut it down not shut it down to be rude to somebody who's come up to me, but I never want my friends or family to think that I have, like, now when I'm in a moment where I need to be, I will. Mm-hmm. But it's not gonna be at the motherfucking Howlin' Wolf.
Right.
My mama,
go ahead.
My mama is the same way because, like, my mom comes to all my shit and, like, I tell her a lot of shit I'm doing, and she be like, sure, like, to other people she be like, oh my son doing this. I don't think I'm still not her favorite comedian.
Right.
Like, when Tricks comes in town, like, I'd be like, you gonna come in? What show? You know, Tricks gonna be there. What's Tricks? Like, she'll break her neck to go see Tricks. Like, her first time seeing Tricks was when I opened up for Tricks one time, and she was like, you was funny, but who that nigga is? Who that nigga with the hat? Tricks, man? Yeah, that nigga right there. Yeah, whoever, that nigga funny. I told this bitch up. What about?
Yeah, you did, like, good. What? But so Tricks.
You watch out. That nigga right there though. Like, you want to get pictures with nigga? I'm like, all right, man, you got it. Like, she recording nigga sets and shit. I'm like, all right, man, you got it. Like, you didn't record my set. Mm-hmm. But you recording everybody else's set. So, like I said, it just is what it is. Like, at this point, I've accepted it.
I plan to keep it, like, you know, be myself. But I do plan on doing fancy shit as well. Like, I may be the nigga pulling up in the helicopter to the events.
I literally
well, I mean, I do that.
When, like,
I pulled up at every Netflix event in the black car.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna have my mom. Like, when you come talk to me, it's like, man, what's that? How be like, Sean the same. Mm-hmm. You know, he just come pull up in the helicopter.
Yeah.
You can show up to
the pace.
What's your name, love?
Well, give us one.
Lord, she a Scorpio for real.
Exactly.
She said, you want my government name or my freaking name?
My Scorpio name.
What's your mama
What's
name?
your real name?
What's your mama call
Not
you?
your stripper name. Ethelene.
Etheline.
You'll blow my ass
Like
up.
the gas, she'll blow your ass
Yeah,
up.
her name Etheline.
Who you here with, Etheline?
Her son.
Yeah.
What's your son name?
I ain't there with your son.
Yeah, what's your son name?
21.
You about to say some shit like regular, unleaded.
Ethelene and Ethan.
Nigga said Supreme. Nigga said this Diesel. Nigga.
This my son. And the whole time it's Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Shaquille O'Neal walking this
Nigga
bitch.
said this Diesel.
Y'all fuck with my mom.
It's on. So yeah, I guess you're right. That proximity to family. Now that we back, I don't know. That's always something I think about, like conceptually, because it makes sense. Obviously, your mama, you always gonna be who you is to your mama and your daddy, unless you just entirely just change up as a person.
Right.
But like I guess maybe like close friends or like not so close friends, not super far away, but like people who you used to see around, used to hang with, like
I feel like it's more difficult with close friends. For instance, like when I'm not on stage, I do one-on-ones, I do workshops, I teach stage presence, punching up, how to book your own tour, how to move with management, without management, blah, 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 blah. But then I'll have a conversation with a homie that's like, man, I'm just trying to, get on the road. And I'm like, niggas fly me out and pay me. Why didn't you just ask me? Like, this is my email list. This is a sample of my cold email that I send when my manager isn't booking me. This is like, here's all the information that niggas are paying me $200 an hour with a minimum 2 hours mandatory to hear. But there's almost like a block. It's like, but this because when I post it, you double tap it. Why didn't you think this applied to you? Why did you think I would? I get it. I live in Los Angeles and niggas is niggas. I'm not going to charge you. And whether I was or whether I wasn't, it's crazy to not ask the person that's right. And I mean, these are close homies. Then a month later, I booked this, I booked that, da da da. Of course you did. That's how I did it. I showed you how to do it.
Yeah, you my mans. Why are you acting like that?
You stressing. You are literally stressing over. It's like, if you got a family member that own a bank and you stressing about money. Why didn't you? Well, I thought, you came up with your own. Then you get in your head and you come up with all what ifs is some bullshit. I don't believe in what if, and I don't believe in trying. You're doing it. You're just not maybe doing it at the level that you want to. Ain't nobody up here trying to be a comedian. We're all comedians. Right. We may not be world famous, sure, but we're comedians. I don't have no motherfucking other job. And if you do, cool. You are a bartender who also is a comedian. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah. Especially with the type of people you meet at your job. Please.
Yeah, my I feel like I said that before, but Seth's my partner. That's like my brother. We grew up together. He was the one made me stop saying that I valet. Like, he was like, when people ask you what you do, stop saying that. Like, he just grabbed me by the shoulder one day like a daddy and was like, yeah, brother, stop saying that. I think I maybe was like a year in. Yeah. He like, you already doing a lot. You already like investing so much into this, and it's not like you trying to become something pertaining to that. So just what they need to know that for. Like, the thing that people should be knowing about you is that you do comedy. You're
because
a comedian.
When we share information and they get your Instagram, they're not looking at you parking niggas' cars.
That is very true.
They're looking at you telling jokes. It's just it's one of those, who you are on the inside, but sometimes I think we have a hard time saying it publicly to people who aren't the homies. So you don't want to come off as a braggart. You don't want to come off as, I feel like, like I'm da-da-da. But first of all, there's a certain level of yes, you think you are the shit if you think people are willing to pay and come see you talk about some bullshit, to see you tell a funny dick joke. You know what I mean? You already think you somebody in order to. So let's act like there ain't nothing wrong with being full of yourself. You got to be full of yourself to get in front of somebody. You can be full of yourself and an asshole, which is not cool. But there has to be a certain level of gravitas that goes along with what anybody who says who has the audacity to say. Not only do you want to come see me, these people actually gonna fly me out and put me up, and then these people gonna want to, and then after the show, these people gonna buy my T-shirt with my name on it. There's some audacity behind that.
Nah, for sure. The funny thing is that once I started doing that, I had a way different reaction than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, this is my workspace, where I've been working for since before I started doing comedy. But now in my workspace, me doing comedy and being a comedian is more so the talk than just like that. The the IGM of the hotel, she was like, I've been managing hotels for a long time. She was like, I'm trying to get out of this. Like, I feel like I can manage a tour bus. Like, she didn't got to the point where she always, like, she's my boss's boss. But all she want to talk to me about is working with me. Because she been to a few of my shows. My boss's
You
boss.
are very blessed. I hope you know to have that work environment. Everybody does not have that work environment.
I am very fortunate, and I do make sure to bring that up. I do get that.
That's just, I will say, when I was working and living in Los Angeles, you almost don't want to tell somebody that you're an actor or that you're a comedian, because so is everybody else. So yeah, I'm telling you that I'm a comic and that I'm on the road, but the other guy is also a comic and maybe only performs locally. So they just were like, well, yeah, I know you a comic because Brian's a comic too. Mm-hmm. Why do you need all this time off? Well, I have to hit the road. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Like, it's like almost like I don't want to use the word backhanded compliment because they don't necessarily mean it as a backhanded compliment. But like when someone will come to a show or they see you on a streaming service or a TV show or this and that, and then it's, you are funny. Of course I am. Right. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't I be? That's what I do for a living.
Because a lot of people be trying to do stuff or attempting to do stuff and don't be as talented. And there's a lot of, we oversaturated with people who may not be the most talented and everybody. And it seems like, same thing with, like we was talking about last night, where like maybe the unattractive person is trying harder and they seem to have the courage that the attractive person, they seem shy.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like the people who putting their CD in your hand made that shit maybe ass, but the nigga who got some fire, he kind of nervous, like, hey, well, I got this CD.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like the talented people be kind of like, oh, but we got so many people who not the most talented who pushing it out there, so people then got so desensitized to it. So when they hear you do something, it's just like, oh, all right, cool. And then they see it and be like, oh, you actually good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I told y'all this. I think I told Harry. I know I told somebody this shit, but my one of my classmates, we just did our alumni picnic, and I invited him to a show. I was like, yeah, you pull up, I got you. Just pull up to a show, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. He hit me up about the show. And he was like, how much it is. He asked me how much it is. I was like, it's 15 or whatever. I sent him the link to the shoe. He was like, for sure. Damn, thought you had pull.
Oh yeah, you did tell us about that.
I'm like, I respond. I'm like, damn, I thought you were trying to support.
All right, nigga, Troy, we thought you had motion, but damn, you done let us
I
down.
do, and my motion is asking you to support.
You're right.
Now, the next show, I got you.
And I did end up I did end up telling him, just pull up, and I did get him in with me, and I killed that bitch. And he was like, "Damn, bro, you gotta let me know when the next show is." I'm like, "Of course, I got you.
I will send you the link.
Yeah,
for
I will
next
send you
show,
the
gladly
ticket link for sure."
I ain't gonna lie. After I thought you had pull, I would be like, my nigga, for sure, I'm good.
I ain't gonna lie. I do this I do this with people that haven't seen me perform yet. I'll tell them to come to the show free on me the first time if they ain't trying to pay, just to let them know, just to let them see how I get down.
Yeah.
And then it's straight ticket link from that point on.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
The thing is, you gotta make sure you kill at that point. A lot of people be having niggas in shows, and they be like, "Well, all right,
ain't my problem. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Time. Like, yeah, I gotta make sure.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Make sure I handle my business, man.
But how did the Comic View opportunity come about?
Oh, Comic View was more
So
exciting
historic.
than
That's crazy.
when I booked. I was very excited to book Funny AF with Kevin Hart on Netflix, but when I got the call for Comic View, I was like, because this was something that I watched before I ever even thought I was gonna be. I was a baby. I was a child. And because my sister is 7 years older than me, like I would stay up and, it's her bedtime, so I can kind of sneak and watch shit with her that maybe I wouldn't have been able to watch. Comic View was a staple in the house. Watched Comic View.
Who was the host around the time you was watching?
I remember Ronaldo Ray. I remember Arnez J. Like I just remember names. I can't like I was so young where I can't be like, this was the host. I just remember who I would see all the time.
Who you were seeing, yeah.
But basically how that came about, there's a show that happens at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles called Crack 'em Up Thursdays. And I'm going to give flowers right now because Crack 'em Up Thursdays is the longest running show at the Comedy Store in the history of the Comedy Store. It is a black run show run by a woman, Nichelle Murdoch. Crack 'em Up, and don't destroy in the comics, but I believe Crack 'em Up is 20 plus years at this point. When I first moved to LA in 2013, I was introduced to Nichelle. Nichelle is also an alum of Clark Atlanta University, which is where I'm an alum, but she's a much older alum than I, but she was just kind of like, oh, sure, I got you, like on some big sis, little sis type. And when my first few years in LA, I hung out. I was at the Comedy Store every Thursday. Back then, Crack 'Em Up would have 2 shows. They would have an 8 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show. Regardless of the shows, you weren't leaving until Friday morning because Crack 'Em Up just ran. And people would just pop up. That's when it hits you because the show has been around for 20 plus years. The people who are huge now, who are where you are, who are huge now, who are where you are now. So the Jim Carreys, the Dave Chappelles were at Crack 'Em Up every week 20 years ago. So when they're coming through town, I have more than 2 stories of being at Crack 'Em Up and Marlon Wayans popped up or Dave Chappelle popped up, and you're like, okay, well nobody else is going up tonight. You know, we just gonna watch. If it's Dave, you're watching Dave for 2.5 hours. I exaggerate not. Ramble, talk, smoke a cigarette in the Comedy Store. And the moment you hit your vape, they putting you out. You know what I'm saying? But so that is Crack 'Em Up Thursdays, and it has been probably since 2021 since I've actually done the show. I kind of hit the ground running after the pandemic. I was busy. I wasn't going to the store. At the time, I didn't have a car, so I also was not spending money to not make any. Like I wasn't spending the $40 Uber, the $60 Uber back to hang out at the Comedy Store. But it was a testament to if you're doing what you're supposed to do while you're doing your job, i.e. not the hanging out, but the on stage part, the people who are supposed to know that you're funny know that you're funny. 2 weeks before the Comic View shoot, Nichelle reached out to my manager. I have the same manager as Tony Baker. And they were trying to figure out a few different things. And Nichelle was like, well, who else do you have on your roster? The moment Nichelle saw my name, Nichelle was like, okay, see if Kalea is available to come out and showcase at Crack 'Em Up tonight for Comic View. I'm going to be recording the auditions. And so we set that up. I go to Crack 'Em Up that night. First time seeing Nichelle in years. And it's weird because, again, you create these scenarios in your head because in my mind, I'm like, she's not going to fuck with me. I ain't been at Crack 'Em Up in years. I live, 8 miles away. Ain't been in years. But it was all love because Nichelle is a businesswoman. If a black woman from Detroit been at the Comedy Store for 20 years, she's had to deal with some bullshit. She don't give a damn that you ain't been there in a couple of years. Can you do what I need you to do for 7 minutes? Can you do that, please? Came, killed it. The next week, I get a call. And she's like, hey, can you come back tonight? I'm actually going to have the producer there. I believe his name is Jeru. I'm going to have Jeru there. That way he can actually see you. So that night, I had a great set, but I ran the light. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to get Comic View because I ran the light. And that was a Thursday. Monday, I sent her a text. Thank you so much for having me. She's like, yeah, we'll try to get you on season 2. Where, thank you so much. You killed it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. But again, I had already kind of decided that I wasn't going to get it because I absolutely ran the light. And that this was a Monday. She calls me like an hour later. And she's like, Kalea. She's like, this is going to sound crazy. Can you come back to Crack 'Em Up tonight? Or on Thursday, I need you to do 6 minutes, not 6:01, not 5:59. Like I need 6, and that's when in my head I'm like, okay, whatever has happened, the only thing that fucked me up was me running the light. Like just stay in the pocket. And even from my experience at Funny AF, I learned. So I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? Like just stay in the pocket. So I'm like, yeah, I can be there. I did the 6. When I get to the Comedy Store, she's like, just so you know, unless you fuck up, everybody who's on the show tonight is pretty much on the next season of Comic View. Did my set. The following week was the Netflix's Joke Festival. Like, I'm finding out on Monday that, hey, you're shooting on Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. They got CP hosting. Comedian CP is the host of Comic View.
That's fine. That's tough.
And it was, I'm on episode 10. And it's a 10-episode series, so I'm a bookend, which is good. You want either the first episode or you want the last episode. Don't get me wrong, wouldn't have been mad at episode 3, 4, right, whatever the fuck. But it's nice to be the conclusion of the series. And just as far as kind of just to give you what I was up against, like I definitely not rewrote, but I rearranged my set right before I got on stage because my episode was Sidney Castillo,
killer,
me,
killer,
and Tony Roberts.
Oh.
And when I saw
Yeah.
the lineup, I go to the producer who all but told me, bless your heart.
Yeah.
I said, is this me and then Sydney and then Tony? And she goes, no, it's Sydney, you, and then Tony Roberts. And I'm like, I can't be the bitch that people get up and go to the bathroom.
That's crazy.
Like, I have to... Like, there's no...
Gotta handle business.
I have to...
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Comic View was just so strict about what could be said, what couldn't be said. Obviously, this is for television, but the one word, even for when it filters over to Paramount Plus or BET Plus or whatever, they just really did not want the use of the N-word.
Okay.
And so, you know, you're going over what you want to say. And right before I came out on stage, CP... when do you think this episode will air?
Probably in like the next 2-3 weeks.
I will say CP made mention to somebody that was in the crowd who was a producer for Chris Brown. I don't care what you say, every lesbian got they one, and baby, it's him. I said the moment CP said that this particular producer was in the crowd, I said, I know how I'm going to start this set. Because in my mind, now I'm thinking about post-production. I'm thinking about when BET, because they've told us pretty blatantly, like our pre-show meeting. On my night, they shot 4 episodes. And it only took them 2.5 hours to do it. They were moving. They made it very clear, we are trying to save a network. Bob Johnson is back involved with BET.
Yes, he
like,
is. Yeah,
so, because they tried this a few years ago with T.I. and DC Young Fly, and God bless them, but people want to see comedians. DC Young Fly is a comedian. People want to see stand-up comics. That's what Comic View was. It wasn't T.I. doing stand-up comedy. God bless T.I. for doing stand-up comedy, but they tried Comic View a few years ago, and they stopped it immediately, and now they're bringing it back with stand-up comics. Each episode will have like a legend, like a Tony, like a Tony Roberts, a Dominique, a this and that. But this is about us. And when they're telling us like, hey, this is what we're trying to do, the moment kind of CP, because I'm paying attention once we get up there to what's happening in the crowd, and he brings up this person, I said, I know I'm going to bring this back because my mind is always two-step. I'm already at Comic View. I got Comic View. How do I get what's after Comic View? How can I use BET? Because BET for sure going to use me. I said, I got to give them something that's clippable. So the very first joke I told was something along the lines of, it was very much so related to what I would absolutely do to Chris Brown. And I do not care because I can fight. I'm not scared of the nigga.
I like how you look directly into the
'Cause I want
lens
him
and
to
said
see
that.
it.
Nigga say Chris Brown, because Chris Brown does watch the podcast.
Of course, it's Chris Brown from, Metairie, but he's Chris Brown.
Nigga say, Mr. Brown nephew. What's
You
the
hear me?
I'm joke.
But it's one of those when they get to clip and they're like, oh, this is good clickbait because this is funny. This is obviously a masculine presenting woman. She talking about thinking this nigga sexy. Now he thinks it's funny. Now he done reposted it.
Yeah.
Now we got the R&B tour coming on. What's
Yeah.
gonna be funny when I bring, just like when they had the funeral stud last year. Now this bitch is on concerts and shit, just doing shit. I'm like, but shade no shade. When you become a social media phenomenon, but you actually have talent in your back pocket.
Yeah.
So
Plus.
and I could be talking crazy. I don't give a fuck. I know the nigga gonna see it. And if it get down to, let's bring out the my gay homegirl Kalea at the R&B, baby, please. The end.
It's lit.
Let's talk ball.
It's
You
lit.
know,
You're
I'm gonna add that to my repertoire, Kalea. Instead of, give a polite insult, I'm gonna say, God bless them. Bless their heart in Jesus' name.
that bless their heart. That's an OG one right
I'm
there.
That's
add
how
that.
social media phenoms fizzle out because there's not a talent behind what popped them. What popped you for sure? I don't give a fuck what you use to pop you. Oh, you doing the videos in the dress. Nigga, if it's funny, it's funny. But when I see you again, it would be amazing if I was like, God damn, that nigga can also do that. Like there's a comic I know, his name is Dylan, I want to say it's Caparillo. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. He's based out of Austin. We met doing a festival in Denver called High Plains Comedy Festival. I didn't know him at the time. Obviously, I'm started following him after that. He has a podcast, but the way his social media is run, you would just think he was an influencer. Like he's a gay white dude. He does these stories called "If I Was a Girl." Like if I was a girl, and it's just the most random shit. Like I'd have a boyfriend named Colin, and this and that. Like it's the most random shit. But I was watching an interview he did recently, and he was like, he saw what was happening with the influencers who are now getting the weekends at the club. I mean, this has happened to me. Kalea, can you host for this such and such influencer in San Diego? I've done my hosting set. I'm in the back eating my chicken strips and fries. And you're like, Kalea, she's wrapping up. Can you actually do another 25 on the back end? Because she actually fucking doesn't have it. And so Dylan is like, he's seeing this. So he started basically running his social media account as an influencer. But because he has actual stand-up comedy in his back pocket for over 10 years, when he goes to the club, his audience who bought the tickets for If I Were a Girl are coming up to him after the show like,
You funny too?
yeah. And he's like, yeah, beat the fucking system. Shout out to Dylan.
Shout out to
Gotta start
Dylan.
running
Shout
my
out to
account
Dylan.
like a
What's his
like
last name
influencer. Yeah.
Shit, that's what I've been on. That's why I've been cranking them
Now you
hoes
do-
out.
now you do that?
I've
No,
been
we getting
cranking them
Dylan's
hoes
name
out.
right now because we
I
don't want to
assume-
forget this.
I assume this person is white.
Oh yeah, he's an Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, because of that name.
Dylan. Ain't many. I don't believe I know one black Dylan in my life. I
I
don't
feel like I
believe.
done ran
I
across
know
at least
Dylan.
one.
We graduated from high
Dylan
school
Harper.
together. Yeah, you basketball.
I know some Dylans, but that particular name.
The Dylan I know.
Dylan Carlino. Carlino.
me
Dylan
see.
Carlino. Sitting at 685K on Instagram. Not a stand-up clip on his page. Just all his podcasts or he you got a little probably promoting the show. But the clubs are booking because they're seeing that 685K.
Shout
I
out
didn't-
Dylan Carlino, man, with the truck to build the mustache.
I'm
Facts.
joking.
Shout out to you, man.
I didn't weaned away from like posting stand up. I will post it if I get a good clip. I'm not opposed to it, but I definitely seen the writing on the wall that one leads to the other. Like people will give you an opportunity. Ain't a stand up clip in sight on your page because you funny or you popular. They think certain things, and the stuff that I have been posting been doing well. And I feel like every time I post a stand up clip, whatever little run I've been on, drop. And I'm just like, it's
I just feel
frustrating
like
because that's
the
what I care
stand-up
about.
clip that you post just has to make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I no longer, for the most part, I don't post stand-up clips that aren't produced. So if I'm gonna post a stand-up clip, it's from Netflix, it's from my special, it's from something that was high quality produced. Unless I'm promoting the show and I'm like, okay, this was funny at this show, let me produce. But something that's gonna live on the page, because that also pushes the algorithm, the crispness, the actual, the quality of the shot, and like that all pushes things to the forefront.
Could that be the guy I see who only post stand-up clips? A lot of people who only post the stand-up clips, like you said, their
Them
clips,
hoes be clean.
Their clips are like Chris, and they got like the captions and the words and like the picture, like the way you just go on the page
Yeah,
and
and
look
they
at
say
it.
Dr. Squash in the corner.
Yeah, like it just. You know what I'm saying? Either that, but no, like there's a guy, Wing. What is I can't remember this guy. He light skinned cat, and you go it's only stand up.
Yeah.
But it's like the way it's shot, the angle, how it's zoom, like it's really crispy stuff, and it's funny. But like you said, having the crispiness,
Yeah, it's
of it
like
does have an
clips
effect.
from a special. It looks
Oh,
like clips. No, I'm
yeah.
sorry, it looks like clips from a special.
Yeah.
So it's one of the two. It's either you wait until something is filmed, or with anything you do, you make the investment. I'm looking at the investment. That's what you take to the show with you, because if you have a killer moment at the most random ass fucking show, you're like, I can clip this up. They don't know that this isn't.
Because I had some fire clips that I thought were fucking hilarious of me on stage. And like the comments was like, yeah, brother, that was funny. But I thought it kind of would go further than it did, or do more than it. Because I was like, nah, that was funny. And the people who did see it thought it was funny too, but it just didn't really go nowhere.
But sometimes you got to let shit live too, because you got to understand with people on your page, they're like, oh, I'm following him for the fitness. Oh, I'm following him for, the car rants with the Rubik's Cube. Now he's got me to click on his actual profile. Oh, he does stand up too. And sometimes just let those clips live so people can see what else you do. And it will grow. It's organic. So it takes some time. But
I
don't
did have somebody kind of go
completely
find one.
Yeah.
After like liking some of the.
It'll throw you off. You're like, this was 2 months ago. Well, they
Yeah.
scrolling. Let them scroll.
So even if like you said, the algorithm, put those clips cause your algorithm to drop, still put them out occasionally. So that way people can still see what you do.
Absolutely. And it's one of those, I'm a big quality over quantity person. I'm not the comic on this podcast with millions of followers and this and that. But when you look at my sales reports, when I'm seeing people like I Love Him to Death, to hear more, who got a fucking hell before Kev on Stage and Tony Baker decided to do the Ball Brothers tour together. And I'm talking about 3 years ago. When Kev on Stage was very much so Kev on Stage, he's making videos begging people to buy tickets to the fucking shows because his audience was used to him in a certain medium. Now, when you look at Kev on, and this is, and if you take this as disrespect, fuck you and your mama. But when you look at Kev on Stage and Tony Baker, and they're having a show together. Us as comics, and I even feel like people who aren't comics, they know, okay, Tony, because Tony, even though he was doing the voiceovers and shit, he trained us a bit more to know him as a stand-up. Kev on stage trained us to know him as a personality who also does stand-up, who gives opportunities to stand up. People look at Kev on stage as a producer, you know, and I'm talking about pre-Ball Brothers tour. Him going on this tour with Tony is like, people know, okay, Tony finna be funny as hell. What's Kev gonna do?
I was guilty of that.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Cause I watch Kev, like I catch every video. My algorithm know I be tuned into them videos so they pop up.
But he was
I had
making
to learn.
videos trying to beg people to buy tickets to a 200-seater, to a 350-seater. My sister and my brother-in-law saw them at a theater in Oakland. Sometimes you just gotta wait.
I had to make
what's
myself
not working?
picture him on stage because
Yeah.
I could see Tony on stage, but I was just like, I never really seen it.
Yeah.
But he also acknowledges that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He posted a little clip
Yeah.
when he was with what's your boy who do the food reviews, and he was in
Keith.
and he was like in the like crowd messing with him, and he was
Yeah.
like doing his like, I was like, oh shit, he tearing it down. Like I had to see
Yeah,
it.
no,
I was,
real
but
talk.
I believed that it would be fine. I didn't doubt it, but I just had
But
to
we
see
talk
it.
about the masses, you know, like
I also think that's why he leveraged his relationship with Tony.
as you should though.
Yeah, because like of course everyone knows Tony as Tony, and even he again he says all the time that Tony is Tony, but he used his producing and his
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're this guy. You're the stand-up guy. I'm this guy, and I'm trying to get into that lane. How do I get people out?
That's what
And he
happens when
leveraged-
egos aren't involved.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
I did hear Kev on stage say that his son told him that
Tony's his favorite comedian.
yeah, he go to the bathroom on his set.
Yeah.
That's that family we was talking about earlier. Nigga say, I'm gonna go to the bathroom on you. He like, nigga,
Yeah.
do you know who your daddy is? He's like, nah, I gotta make sure I'm back for Tony.
Right.
Kev is one of the most vulnerable, and I love that about him, like how vulnerable he is and how open he is, right? And he shows the other side of, nah, niggas, this is the egoless side of this,
Yeah.
and this is how this can go, right? Another guy, Keon Poe, he another guy who recently.
Poley.
Yeah, I'm Pole, holy, what the fuck? No, shout out Keon Poe. No, he's one of the guys lately who've been talking about the ups and downs of.
Yeah, he's
people
been canceling shows because
Yeah.
you'll cancel a show and they could be, just about to buy tickets. I don't know what to tell you. It just about ain't shit because a lot of times with these clubs, like if you don't hit that minimum, why am I hiring staff? Like, good night.
And that's another side that a lot of comedians, especially even me, like seeing where things are going now. Because a lot of people, especially about comedians, they don't know now that they're canceling these shows, man. They're like,
Yeah.
if you don't have this much by a certain date, we're wrapping this shit up.
A comedy club, a comedy venue, for the most part, it is a restaurant with live entertainment. However, it's not the Red Lobster that has somebody playing piano on a Wednesday. The only way this restaurant can operate is if it has the live entertainment. So if you're not, the 100-seater restaurant is not hiring the cook, hiring the dishwasher, the lady at the door, the manager for the night, the table runner for 10 people when we 5 days out. It's a wrap. You got to start fucking supporting people.
Not to cut you off, not to get too far ahead, but I do want to say first, shout out to Kev on stage and shout out to Corey with a K, Look at Lolly and Rob Kazi for being added on to as the cast for the season 2 of Safe Space that Kev on stage is producing.
Keon Poley as well.
And Keon Poley and
Keon's
everybody
on there.
that's on that because it's fire.
And shout out to Keon's wife. I actually just shot a pilot with her, Carrie Dad Poley. She's an amazing writer and an amazing producer.
When we're speaking about when you were doing your tour, when you were going moving around, was that an anxiety that you felt to like? Well, like at that point, was this anxiety from clubs to be like, no, we need to have this much by this time, or like
So yes, I'm a comedian. It's actually, my manager knows this. Unless it is a dire need, I actually do not like to know my numbers prior to the show because I know that I did everything I could do. I purchased the ad space. I'm very good with targeted ads. It's like whether I have 1 million followers or not. Before I started doing stand-up and acting full-time, I used to run the social media accounts of a few very prominent black churches in LA with millions of followers. I know how to fucking target an ad and get people out and do this and do that. So it's not a problem with when the tour started, my 8,000 follower page is selling out in Chattanooga, Tennessee because
Oh, I'm a writer. I work in marketing.
You a writer with
What you write?
Like emails.
Oh my God! Sincerely yours, deepest regards, the fuck.
I hope this message finds you well.
Nigga, now I know what Gmail stand for.
Like I said,
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, yo, give it to me now. No pause. Not in front of pause. Not give it to me at all.
I'm about to say, look, joke was so good, he stood up. He said, oh, that's a good joke.
I've looked into the demographics of the city. I mean, I have, because when I was featuring for comics, I would ask them, like, how do you live in LA, you from New York, how do you sell out in Wisconsin? Somebody told me once, watch the news. Watch the news in Wisconsin. Go on Google and look up whatever the LA Times version, the newspaper in Wisconsin, like, and start figuring that out. When I went to Chattanooga, so the way my tour started was I had done a few festivals. I'm not a comic that's been doing festivals forever. I did not know what a comedy festival was until I got JFL, because somebody reached out to me, the same person who cast me in Funny AF, to be in JFL. I had heard of it. I knew nothing about it. Like, that was literally the first festival I'd ever been to in my life. And from that point forward, I'm like, okay, so these festivals will at least, like, the bookers and the club owners are forced to listen to me because they're sitting here. They were paid to be here, so they have to listen to me. So let me make sure I do a good job in front of them. If not, get their information afterwards and we'll figure it out. And so the tour that I was on last year, out of the 46 shows, 30 of them were booked by me, of club owners that I met when I was doing smaller festivals. There's a festival franchise that I help out with called Big Pine Comedy Festival that they run out of Arizona and San Diego, Texas, and now Detroit. I was like, you know what, let me help, because I want to learn the back end of this. But also, as what I love about helping out with festivals is when you meet the industry people, the people who book the Tonight Show or booked it and book this and book that, they're meeting you as this is Harry. He's going to be the person paying for dinner. I mean, not out of your pocket, but he's paying for dinner tonight. Just see Harry if you need anything. Cool. But because the lady who runs the festival also knows that Harry is a hilarious comedian, tonight, when they have the festival showcase, Harry's going to host the showcase. And so now these niggas who saw you, these industry niggas who saw you as, their point person for dinner, now sees you killing it on stage, and they like, who the fuck is Harry? He's not just a festival volunteer. I mean, yeah, he is. Well, then what the fuck? Like, the last festival I helped out with was 2 weeks before Funny AF premiered. And there was 2 shows. There was a show with Michael Turner, and I opened up for Mike, destroyed. And there was another show that I was hosting, and I'm just having fun up there. I have industry members coming up to me, because the way the industry works at festivals, sometimes when they have a panel, when they're watching your shows, they usually have either a sheet or like a Google Doc or something that lets them know, okay, this is Troy, this is where Troy's from, and now I'm voting on Troy. I'm voting on Sean. I'm voting on Harry. I had people come, I don't see you on the roster. It's like, well, no, I'm not part of the festival. I'm volunteering and I'm hosting. Okay, then I need your information, because the prize that I was going to give out, which was a weekend at my club, obviously I need to book you for a weekend at my club. Yeah, I'm going to give out my little prize. I can't vote on you? No, you can't vote on me. Okay, which also means, but you can pay me to come to your club for a weekend. How can we hook that up? Well, let me get the information. Just always keep yourself open. I don't know.
That's a lot of game.
Free game. I was just about to say free game.
You talking ball, man.
Yeah.
Free game.
Stop. You don't need to look for the big shit. It's so crazy to me. Niggas will repost that Issa Rae interview all day where she tells you that she networked laterally. Niggas will repost that and then not look at the motherfucker sitting next to them.
And still not do it.
And be like, but they up there. Yeah, and they not looking at you. Mm-hmm. I know you, and you. So there's not anything that comes through this city that I'm gonna be like, well, if you reach out to one of them, I know you can get yourself on stage somewhere. I know that you can get this, and I know you can get that. I'm a proximity networker. If you around me, let's talk about it. Let's rap about it. Let's do whatever. I was talking to a young lady last night at the festival. She talking to me about somebody who, when I went to Alaska to headline, this lady was all but wiping my ass. Then to find out, she does this, she's actually she was a bitch to her. But I'm like, it opens my eyes, because had anybody, before my conversation last night, had anybody been like, I'm going to Alaska, blah, 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 I'd have been like, hey, hit this person up. She hosted for me. She catered. She's great. But knowing that the moment you feel like you're in some type of position of power and you have a comment coming to you that you feel is quote unquote, because it's hard when you meet comedians as a headliner. They treat you as a headliner, which I am, but I also don't always get the real them. You know, whoever the asshole comedian is in the New Orleans scene, if they're hosting my show, they are not going to be rude to me. And then I find out weeks later, oh, actually, we don't fuck with that person. Mm-hmm. This is them because they run a hot show in town. So they're an asshole when they run their hot show. But they were really nice to you because you came in as the headliner and they were hosting. Not even featuring, they were hosting. It ain't no shade to host, but there's a reason. Like, you're hosting for me. So you catering to me hand and foot. And I find out because niggas is asking you for feedback. Now you being a bitch. When I go back to Alaska, you will not be working for me. If I need to run a 2-man show, then my feature gonna do 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that, then I'm doing an hour and a half. Just have a motherfucker say my name on the mic.
That's real shit.
That's
real shit.
I don't understand the ego.
Joke. I love it.
That's real shit.
I love it.
Be funny. It's a simple job. Be smart and be funny. That's it.
You know, people take a lot of things personally that ain't personal to them.
Yeah.
People take you just doing you.
Yeah.
Personally. And you paying these people no mind. You just doing you, but that's a personal attack on them.
Not even paying them no mind. In your mind, you're like, this is my crew, this is my people. I need to, okay, I know I need to book funny. I did Funny AF. I did Comic View. I know once I I'm going to get this check. Then I can go back on the road with Harry and them. Whole time Harry annoyed that I'm on Comic View, that I'm on this, and he feel like I'm not bringing him along, not knowing that I'm trying to set something up. Because I got this big check coming, so that when I ask Harry to come on the road with me, it's not, which normally is the case. Harry, you need to cover your travel. I got you hotel and I got you paid, but you need to get there. Not knowing that I'm coming up with the plan of, Harry, you don't got to come out of pocket for nothing other than if you feel like coming out of pocket for something. But because Harry got an attitude, have a nice day. When I tell you I enjoy blessing people's days, that pop fly with me, not knowing what they had coming to them, have a good one. And I tell you right now, every person that I left, and it has gotten lonely since I started killing my shit. There's a reason when I come here, I'm drawn to you. I am very lonely in LA. And when I tell you the people that I had to begrudgingly leave where they were at, they are exactly where I left them 3, 4, 5 years ago. Exactly. There's no reason for me to live in the same city as you, move around this scene, and never run into you, motherfucker, because we not on the same motherfucking page. The only time I will ever run into the niggas that I left behind is when I decide to downgrade and do a show that I wouldn't normally do. Clock that T. And that's not me talking shit. Because I decided to do a favor to this person and do their show, that's the only way I'm running into these niggas, because they not where I'm at. Because I left them where they were at, because I saw, you can't look at Seth Rogen, Adam Sandler, and be like, we need that. Adam Sandler's homeboys had to shut the fuck up and let him be Adam Sandler for them to be in Big Daddy in this movie. And Seth Rogen's homeboys had to shut their motherfucking mouth. Worst thing James Franco ever did was not control his fucking dick. Seth Rogen and James Franco were two of the best comedic filmmaker duo of all time, but Seth did what the fuck he had to do. Now this nigga on Emmy stages year after year. Seth Rogen is brilliant, but if you had shut the fuck up and kept your shit together. Hoes is hoes, baby. You a handsome man. You don't gotta take shit. Let's be real. Right. I don't give a fuck you fucking on the girls in your class. Just make sure they not fucking you because they think. Let them fuck you because you James Franco and you fine. That's enough. But you want to fuck that up. Now Seth moving right along. I guarantee you right now, if Seth Rogen and James Franco were to make a movie, it would be one of the highest grossing comedies just because niggas want to see them together again. If they were to make a Pineapple Express 2, This Is the End Part 2, nigga, I'm talking about I'd get the first ticket.
That was low-key the back half of nigga childhood for real.
Yeah.
Like the later, yeah. She used to love when you see them two on the cover or something.
Have you watched the new show Seth Rogen has on Apple TV?
Yes.
Yeah,
and this is my thing is, even if something isn't my cup of tea, you have to have the wherewithal to know this shit is selling.
Right, he working. He's working.
Because once you at the point where you can just put your money behind your passion projects, Kevin Hart with Funny AF, Kevin Hart with this and that, it don't matter if it hit, if it bombed. That was my passion project. No different than on our level when you try to produce a show that maybe ain't hitting. Well, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's try something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their produced shows.
Because you don't owe no explanation to nobody.
Right.
You did it yourself.
Right.
I feel like.
It kills me. Niggas don't even know how to use niggas. Let me tell you this. I'm talking to the grimy nigga. If you a grimy nigga, be a good grimy nigga. Don't put on that you a grimy. Like, niggas don't know how to use. You don't even know. If you had just waited. There are some people I'm like, had you just waited 2 years, my dumb ass would not have known, and you would have been on the red carpet with me 3 weeks ago. But you let me know. Just be a good. If you want to be a grimy nigga, be a good one.
At least have your best interest in mind. To not fuck over me is still in your best interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some.
I don't lose shit. I win some, you lose some.
Right.
I feel that. Hey man, that.
All right, but now you
clip that.
Yeah, definitely. That was already in my head. It's already clipped here. But
Nigga said.
but now you down here as a headliner for the Queer Comedy Fest. What are you most excited about? You know, for being down here for this festival.
It's just exciting to be here. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was, booked off for you. I was here a couple months ago for my dad's birthday. Wasn't doing any shows. You know, by day 3, I was sick of the family. And Troy is like, oh, they got the Tilla Down the Street Fest. And I had been trying to get into sports drink, but it was like, I knew the owner of sports drink, but he had never seen me perform. So it was one of those, you hired my friend. My friend says you're funny. That's what's up. Want a drink? It's like, well, nigga, I want a weekend. I do want the drink, but I also want a weekend. So Troy is sending messages like, hey, like, I'm trying to get you to do a guest spot on the show. And I, I'm back and forth. Finally, Troy is just like, fuck it, you got the guest spot. I mean, I'm talking about he pulled it out, put it on the table. He said, you got a guest spot. You got to come out here. So I came from my hotel, came and did the guest spot, had me some oysters, 12 of them bitches. Shout out to Beethoven, the Oyster.
Yeah.
And
bitches was good.
2 weeks later, Ryan was like, I need you to headline this festival. You know, and that was off a 7-minute set, which is why I'm not tripping off the Funny AF 5. This is not the first time I've booked a headline and set off of a guest spot.
You got real ASMR in here, right?
Facts, yeah. It's grounding me. But I'm just very excited to be here. They have been, they've been treating us like fucking stars. You know, they're putting us up. It's cool. I'm usually, downtown or in the quarter. I got me in the Garden District. I've been walking around meeting people. I'm excited to see the local comics. We're doing the Don't Tell show tonight. It's nice just to be, integrated in that scene. I'm just excited. I think it's going to be dope. Tomorrow's going to be bananas because it's like now that my special is over, that material is retired and or just oldies but goodies. Like I may bring out 1 or 2 that I know are killers. Let's just talk about the new shit that I want to talk about now. So that's fun. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Anything next you got coming up that you want the people to know about?
Just be on the lookout for Comic View. I know the first episode airs after the BET Awards, which are going to be later in June. So be on the lookout for that. I'm thinking of, and my next, right now, just Comic View on my next special is what I want y'all to look out for. So the next special is looking to be released in January. The album should be out in October or November. But that's that.
Let them know where they can follow you at, Kalea.
At whatever Kalea on anything and everything. KaleaMcNeill.com gives you all dates. If you're in the Colorado area, I will be near the Aspen area apparently next month. Come out for that and can't wait.
Y'all know what it is, man.
Y'all keep supporting Kalea McNeill and keep supporting the podcast. We really appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of Let's Talk Ball. If you know ball, let's talk ball.
100 subscribers, man. Again, thank y'all.
101.
For real,
101.
101.
My bad. 101 and counting, man. Thank y'all again. Like he said, if you know better. But if you don't know ball, we just give y'all a whole lot of ball just now. Pause.
If you watch this whole episode and you still don't know ball,
we just gave y'all a whole lot of ball knowledge. But if you still ain't got it, this point, shut the fuck, bitch, shut up.
102. And we out.
My bad.
and we out.
If you know ball, let's talk ball.